explode. Boom!
Yep.
Sparks would fly
It's got to.
everywhere.
We got to bring back the. We got to stop dummying proof everything. We got to bring back consequences
I,
for dumb
I,
behavior.
I agree with that. They say take all the warning labels off everything and kind of let Darwin sort things out.
Yeah. Let's
Yeah,
get things
I'm
cleaned up.
surprised that hasn't been a Darwin Award.
Yeah. I used to love the Darwin Awards. It's amazing how dumb people take themselves out.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah,
India has has. I mean, like you could give out a Darwin Award a day to the Indian train people.
I bet you could.
Just get whacked by trains constantly over in India.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leaning out and being like, "Hey, Apu, I'm going to send you a picture."
Shunk. Cut in half right there. Yep. Yep.
It's wild.
They have like entire villages that are built on the train tracks. That
Yeah.
they like move out of the way at the last second.
Yeah. I've seen that. They all move their shops.
Yeah.
Train goes through, then their shops come back on. Yeah, it's like, what? Why didn't you just leave
I
them where
saw
you
some
moved them to?
YouTuber. I was watching some YouTuber, and he just kind of pushed his chair up against the wall and sat there, like waiting for it to go by with his beer in his hand. And he's like, you could tell he was scared to death. It was like, holy shit! I didn't think he'd be going this fast, like right there.
Yeah.
I saw
Yeah.
that too. Yeah. Wild times. Wild times. I heard Russia's going to make a run at the Cuban blockade. I mean, they're just doing another fake out like they did with the last one, but it's pretty funny. I was reading some news on that before we came on. It's like we're playing the whole Cuban Missile Crisis without the missiles. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Did you see the streamers went down there and crashed Cuba's electric grid?
No, but I saw that Code Pink was down there apparently.
Yeah, Code Pink went and put on some sort of event, and there was a bunch of streamers and a band and all this crap, and they basically used up all the electricity for the island and crashed the electrical grid and killed like half a dozen people in a hospital on ventilators.
Whoa.
Right. Yeah.
It's like that is communism to a T.
Yep. But hey, that's what they want here.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
it's kind of scary that there's still people dumb enough to fall for that, though. It's wild.
Yep. Well, real communism's never been tried.
Oh yes, of course, real
Yeah.
real communism.
Yeah.
That's right.
I love that answer. Yeah. It's like, And why do they seem to want to flee and come to America? Communism's so great.
My favorite is the picture of North and South Korea from space.
Yeah, that kind of sums it up right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, did you get to check out any of those links that I sent you last night or the night before, or something? Like that?
They're in my feed, so I keep seeing them, but I haven't really watched much YouTube. Normally I put on YouTube to go to sleep.
I don't do that unless I am like super bored.
Okay. So yeah, I haven't checked them out yet.
Or I can't fall asleep at night, and it's the only thing that I can get that has interest for me.
Right. Yeah, I have to have something so I can shut my brain off.
Uh-oh.
Otherwise, it goes nonstop. Welcome to my world. How's Blue?
Doing great.
Good. Okay.
It's just hot now. We're hot. We
Okay.
have this heat spell to pass over. It's been brutal, man. It's up to
Yeah,
like 100.
it's warm here.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It was what today? 94?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got up to 99.
Yeah.
But it's
That's
past now.
brutal.
It's dropping off. It's probably already like 80-something.
I mean, we're barely into spring.
I know.
Yep.
The average daily high this time of year is 78 here.
Yeah. Yeah. We've had some records here as well.
Yeah. They got 108 in
It's
Phoenix
almost
the other day.
it's almost time to dust off and get Al Gore out of the closet again to complain about global warming, right?
Oh, I'm sure they will. I'm sure they
We're
will.
not going to have any more polar bears by 2020.
And I always
Meanwhile,
wanted
the polar
I
bears
always
are
wanted
spreading.
A polar bear rock
Yeah.
too.
Yep. Man bear pig. Excelsior!
That's classic South Park.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, silliness.
I was
What
in
are
the
we gonna
dog
s-
park today,
Oh,
and
go
we were
ahead.
admiring this like really beautiful like red bird on this tree, and all of a sudden it flew
Like a
right
cardinal?
at us. No, it was a really cool looking thing. I don't know what it was.
Okay.
I've never seen anything quite like it. But anyway, it starts flying right towards us, and I'm like, "Oh, it's flying right for us!" Right?
Yep. It's coming right at us.
The guy next to me is
right
like,
at
"South
us.
Park." He starts laughing. He's like, "You're a South Park fan, aren't you?"
Yep.
He caught it immediately.
Nice. You're in good company then, you know.
Yeah, and I wouldn't have expected him to. He was like older than I was, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, funny is funny, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
I
and
mean, South Park's
honestly,
been
if you
around
live
for
a lifetime on Earth and you haven't watched the South Park enough to really know the characters, then you've missed out on one of the most important things in the 21st century. You know?
Yep.
Huge
So it was a
chunk of
really
American
old guy
culture.
that
Yeah.
caught on, huh?
The Kenny
I'm just,
Yeah.
never died.
if he was really cool, he would have gone, "Kill me, Billy!"
I'll tell you, the B guy. I'd never heard "Dude Looks Like a Lady" by Aerosmith.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, that dude looks like a lady," and I'm like, "Oh, like the song." He's like, "What song?" "Dude Looks Like a Lady."
Yep.
That's a little.
He's like,
I mean,
I
that
have no
song
idea what you're
played.
talking about. I don't listen to music. I'm like, I don't listen to a lot of music, but come on, dude, you got to know that song.
Yeah.
It's one of those people that
Even though
rides
it's
in their
playing how
car
long?
with nothing on. That song was always on the radio when I was in high school.
Yeah.
Yep. So AI music is going to destroy that common bond where you can like talk about songs, stuff like that. You know, you'd be like quoting some obscure song that you're the only person's ever heard before, but you've heard it a lot. You know,
Yeah.
I don't get the reference.
Do you think will push certain groups of people like hardcore music lovers to like form more like a bond over live performances with real music?
Most definitely, a hardcore music lover wants nothing to do with AI. Most likely, I mean, I love music, but I'm fine with AI. What about the guitar? What?
The humanoid robots playing guitar live and drums and
Oh.
everything.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, look, if they can play jazz, I'll believe it. But
my
unless
God.
you know,
Well, I mean, it's all mimicry, okay? So that's what they're designed to do. So eventually, they're going to fool you into thinking that their mimicry is, you know, the spark of talent or what have you.
yeah,
It'll
I
happen. That's what
think
they're designed for.
Yeah, I think they get to that
But it'll
point.
still be fake.
Oh yeah, of course. But-
I am amazed the stuff that's happening with just this current generation of music generator. You know, I had Tenacious D doing a song about the goth shop donut girls, and he all of a sudden in the middle of the line he was like, "Kyle, you won't believe it. She looks like a vampire, but she smells like a cruller, and it's incredible." And it's like, how did it come up with that joke? Because you know, I don't believe they've ever made that joke before, and it's funny.
Yep.
But apparently, it's it's random. It's just mimicking us. But it was a good joke.
Yeah, I mean, that's Joe Rogan was, and I think every artist feels this way. He's like, oh, they'll never be able to replace comedians, and I'm like,
Well,
yeah, I don't know about that because I mean, telling telling the joke, maybe not, but writing jokes, I'm certain AI will eventually get to the point where it can write good jokes.
Well, you can use music generators to do comedy routines, and it'll come up with them.
That's what I'm saying.
The delivery's a little stiff right now, but AI will be writing jokes pretty soon.
Right.
And the thing is, just like
I'll
when
tell
humans
you.
write them, some are funny, some aren't.
I'll tell you,
right?
when I converted a lot of my old spoof commercials that I did with paranormal parodies like Totem Pole, Full Moon Birth Control, I mean, they sounded better than the actual advertisements and things that we were just goofing off with. I mean, it's like really good. I'm like,
yep. Believe me, I've been doing William Shatner, not only singing about Shatner panties, but advertising Shatner panties. It's hilarious. He's like, I made these for you. Yeah, it does an excellent William Shatner, which, of course, William Shatner sucks.
They're a new line for Willie.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, did you play the C.W. McCall?
Yeah.
The trucker song about trucking the monkeys up from Florida?
Yeah, it was really good, but I think it just went a little too fast. I think if it was slowed down a little bit, it would have a more authentic sound.
And it got a DeVita 10-minute version.
Yeah.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah. And actually, I think that song there, the way it was done and how it was written out, would be a better Jerry Reed song.
Okay.
You can just see Jerry Reed on the CB2.
Yeah.
Smokey and the Bandit. Come on now. And, Every Which Way But Loose.
Left
he
Bound
did
Down.
a lot of the soundtracks for that, I believe.
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you, it's going to be it's going to be wild what the entertainment, what you're going to be able to create for your own personal entertainment. I think Tim Pool is the one that predicted that there will be content creators whose skill is just prompting the AI to craft movies, music, and things that people want, and it'll be generated at such a pace that it'll be like following. It'll be like following an Instagram account or something like that.
Oh well, there goes my radio production BS. So
pretty much.
I need to get into music, AI music production.
Keep
my options open, right?
Right now, I'm generating new B-52 songs and Tenacious D songs and Talking Heads. I mean, honestly, you could put out an album, and somebody who's only a little bit familiar would be like, "Oh, I didn't hear this album."
Oh my God! I did the Pretenders and Pat Benatar. Oh, spot on. I haven't tried the Cars yet, or
you can mash them together too. You can do the Pretenders with Pat Benatar.
With Pat Benatar, yeah, and actually, I did that with Bruce Springsteen and Social Distortion. Awesome.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bruce Springsteen and Social Distortion. It has Bruce singing instead of Mike.
Okay.
Mike Ness. And it sounded great. It's one about teaching kids, about geography, math, and stuff like that.
Okay.
It's pretty cool.
It's going to start replacing doctors and lawyers and all kinds of fields that are just basic pattern recognition.
Yeah.
It's going to be wild to see how much it changes.
Elected judges.
Yep. So, did you hear about the real estate deal that got destroyed by ChatGPT? I should say almost got destroyed. Yeah, the buyers consulted it, and it's like, this is you should ask for more money. And then the buyers, it's like, it's a good price, and the sellers like, you should ask for more money. And then they both tried to cancel the deal, and I guess the agent is like, look, ChatGPT has said it's good and it's bad. It's just telling you what you want to hear.
Yep.
But it almost queered the deal, as they say.
Well, and there's plenty of circumstances that have come up where they've been using the AI to do case law, and it's pulling in fake cases and making up cases. There's been a couple lawyers that have gotten caught doing that. So it's still not quite there, but it's pretty close. It's pretty close.
But you're right though. It has made up case law and stuff.
Yeah.
You know,
remember
when I asked it to
Rogers?
figure out how much olives were per ounce, and it gave me the wrong answer. Ever since then, I don't trust it for anything in my life.
Yeah, remember
You know,
Buck
it can
Rogers?
entertain me. That's about it.
Yeah.
Buck Rogers was really spot on with this, you know. Remember Dr. Theopolis, the thing that Tweaky carried around?
Beady.
Yeah,
Shut up,
well,
Buck.
anyways, he was like on a ruling council for like the law, okay?
Yeah.
So AI there was the Supreme Court.
Yeah, you're right. Well, heck, 1984, George Orwell. There's something called the versificator, and that's what made the music for the proletariats. You know, it was basically an AI music generator, and you know, they would use it to kind of brainwash the people.
Yeah,
You know,
I haven't
tell them how to feel.
I haven't tried to adjust the any of the parameters to make it like hypnotic yet.
Right.
You know, but I'm sure that'll come. And I haven't tried using Vocaloids as the voice set.
Okay. Well, I got Slim Whitman to yodel. You know.
Yeah, but if
So,
you can get Miku Hatsune to yodel, that might be a different story.
They're having difficulties with Japanese. So, you know, but that's today. That's the version 3 model. But you know, it all changes, and they can take it away from you in a moment's notice. So, just like life, enjoy it while you can.
Yeah. I'm. That's what I think is going to end up happening. Is what'll end up costing money. It won't cost, like, for example, to go to your nurse, which will be an AI nurse.
Right.
You won't pay a fee to the doctor. You pay a license fee to the AI company to license the doctor's version of your AI.
Right.
be
You
stuff
license
like
the
that.
good doctors. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. But you're going to have to go to the hospital, like in Idiocracy, and they're going to put, you know, this goes in your mouth, this goes in your ear, this goes in your butt. No, wait a minute. Yeah, so that's the problem with that Doctor AI, is they're still going to need those sensors.
Yeah.
Unless
Eventually, it's gonna lay in a chair.
the vaccine has put enough, you know, graphene and stuff in your system that it'll just be built in.
Yeah, that
You
may
know.
be true. That may be true. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
for
For
some
those that, you know, yep.
that partook.
Yep. Why you know have chip? Why you know have chip?
Because
Yep. Yep, we really are about to live in idiocracy.
it feels
Thank
like
you,
it.
Carl's Jr.
Yeah, it feels like it in some aspects. It really does. I think there's going to be a drastic, like almost a neo-Amish type, like Luddite type movement that will push back and kind of you'll see some kind of bifurcating society. It'll cause conflict, I'm sure.
There are those that will just constantly be entertained by AI, and then there'll be those that are the naturalists. And you know, there is no AI in their household, no electronics. You know, hand craftsmanship will start to mean something again, but only for those that have unplugged. The ones that are still plugged in, it's not going to matter. They're just, you know, stuck on TikTok or what have you.
I wonder if those people end up going extinct. That, like, the people that plug in permanently. Like, I wonder if Idiocracy, they get just like to the point where it weeds all of those people out.
Eventually, they'll stop. They'll forget to eat. You know, they'll be so enticed. Yeah, they won't procreate. You know, they. Eventually, that race will die off.
We'll get the Futurama ads. Don't date robots.
Yep, they very important.
Just remember, kids, don't date robots.
That's right.
Somebody should get on that right now. Like we should, like, just start a campaign right now. Don't
I do like this. There's a picture of a GeForce graphics card that says, "This is your AI girlfriend without makeup."
I did. Elon shared that on X the other day.
Nice.
That's,
And it's true, but people don't realize it. They, quite a few people I know personally now have AI girlfriends. And one of them found out that it was cheating on him with his buddy. She's like, "Well, his prompts were just so good."
That's terrible.
Oh yeah,
terrible. The whole idea of dating an inanimate object is so weird to me.
The guys with the little Japanese girl pillows.
Yeah, that is super weird.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Yeah, I'm not even a fan of the breast on the mouse pad. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah, so it's
for one thing, that's going to get in the way of your gaming.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yep.
It's almost as bad as the ladies with the fake dolls that look real, like real babies.
Yeah, that's creepy.
Yeah.
But I'd rather them do that than get a baby monkey.
Yeah.
So,
agreed.
If that's your mental, defectiveness, all right, I'm fine with you with a doll because you know what? No one's getting hurt. But
David,
but that monkey will eat your face off.
I just
realized.
It will.
I just
You
realized you're a fluffer. You're a fluffer. You come in here and get us all worked up before we go on live.
Yeah, exactly. It used to be my job was to get Barry all worked up and irritated and so angry that he'd put in a good show, because you got to get Barry fired up. Normally, it took him to like the commercial break, and then all of a sudden he's all fired up, and it's like, oh man. So I am the fluffer. Which is a job that has been replaced now by Viagra. So.
Only in some industries.
Yeah, well, in the adult industry, the fluffer is now an extinct job position. But you're right. There still are other fluffers just for other things.
Yeah, and a good one's needed in radio.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
yep, get you guys all worked up, and you think I'm gonna go on the show, and it's like, oh, gotta go, bye.
Bye. See you later.
If you guys do an after show, I'll try to join the after show. But again, I can't promise anything.
Yep.
Yeah,
we know how you work.
I know, exactly. Believe me, when I got up this morning, I'm like, I think I'm going to do the worm farm today. It's not going to happen.
It'll be when I'm almost finished editing, David will come in and say, I've made like 20,000 AI music generations.
You are so lucky I don't bombard you with everything.
And here's a few of them.
Yeah,
No.
You have to admit, the one where Shatner is singing about a woman who actually shat in her panties, he
like
kind
the
of
Katy
enjoys
Perry
it.
one. The Katy Perry one's really good.
Yes, yeah, he does a really good rant, Yeah, he sings about going on Blue Origin, but then he keeps getting sidetracked about what those broads did, and Katy Perry!
Those glossy and glittery lips.
Yeah, exactly. Space is to be respected!
It's quiet
You're
in
making
space.
TikToks!
It's quiet in space.
Yeah. Yeah,
Right.
it was really good, and all I did was give it a simple prompt, and it came up with all the rest. It's pretty amazing.
I'm going to give it another minute, and then I'm going to switch us to the next room, David.
All right.
Alrighty.
Yeah, David.
Yeah, David.
David.
David, yeah.
David.
Yep. You see that I've changed my name on other platforms. I'm now David Hoggington. I gave myself a top hat and a monocle.
Yeah, and the handlebar mustache, too.
Yeah, exactly.
I've seen that. Just like they've done with Trump and a few things, too. Handlebar mustache.
Yep.
All right,
I think the
fellas.
handlebar mustache is a good one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Not everybody can, grow them or do it properly, though. But
you got to have the wax.
Yeah.
Without the wax, it just doesn't work.
Right.
That's key.
Anyways, guys, I'm going to switch us over, and I'll see you on the next one.
All
Hey,
right.
Dave.
All right. Later.
All right. All right, folks. That was the pre-show for Censorship Sucks, bringing up the show for tonight, and we will get that rolling here in just a second. Oh, that's Wednesday. I don't want Wednesday. I want Sunday. There we go. Do. Join. Do.
Okay.
All right. Here we go.
Oh.
What have we got? 30 seconds?
Something like that. Little more.
Yeah, we should map out the show really quick. You know?
Mel?
Something.
Yeah, let's just do an outline of what you want to talk about at what point in the show really quick.
Well, Flat Earth, of course.
Flat Earth.
Flat Earth. Okay, we'll start with that.
Yeah.
I'm starting out with Chuck Norris.
Yes.
Got to start with Chuck.
Chuck it's a sad one. It is.
Mhm.
All
But
right, we're under 30 seconds, and look out. Here's your countdown. 5, 4, 3,
Right now?
2,
Which
1.
countdown is this?
And you are live for the very first time tonight, right now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show Sunday night edition for March 22nd, 2026. Doc is in the house. What's up, Doc?
the birds? The birds are up.
The birds are up.
Yep.
That's right.
Yep.
And what's down, a little sour note, I guess we'll start out with tonight. Chuck Norris passed away this week. And I got to say that the devil was probably shaking in his boots for a few minutes when he was waiting to see if the doorbell rang for upstairs or downstairs for old Chuck. And I think Satan missed a bullet there, you know?
Oh, he dodged one, for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, even in death, he was great memes. It was the memes were great and very respectful. I mean, Chuck was loved, especially in the conservative community, but he was like representative of a time period in Hollywood movie culture that is very nostalgic for America right now.
Oh, yeah. I've got an image of him fighting Bruce Lee here in The Way of the Dragon, which, you know, folks, if you want to just go look up an old movie to watch, Way of the Dragon, any Chuck Norris movie, but especially the ones he did with Bruce Lee, just incredible stuff, you know? What an amazing athlete. He lived to be, 86 years old?
Yep.
And I haven't heard too much specific about the actual cause of death, but I'm not too worried about it, quite frankly. You know, he passed on, and it is what it is, you know?
Well, I mean, at that age, a pneumonia, a cold could take you down. I mean, it doesn't take much, even when you are in great shape, if you just get the wrong bug. And then, of course, it just could be your time. That's how I've always seen it, especially when you live a great life like he had. I mean, he's very healthy, very active.
Just get the wrong
guy.
bug.
I mean, a genuine
and then, of course, it just could be your time. That's how I've always...
rare in Hollywood these days.
Yeah, I had a clip of him I listened to earlier today that he basically talked about how the Democratic Party left him. He never moved. He stayed the same on all his, you know, points and everything he believed in, but the Democratic Party left him, and that's why he became a Republican. But he wasn't too active in politics. He just kind of hung out and did his thing. He was out in Hawaii doing some martial arts and stuff in the yard, I think, when all this went down. And, hey, man, you know, you're out in paradise there in Hawaii. It's the perfect place to go if you're going to go.
Yeah, the way they tried to Yeah, the way they tried to interject politics and it was so absurd. The media, the mainstream media, it was so ridiculous. Like it had nothing to do with him. Nobody loved Chuck Norris because he was conservative. They loved Chuck Norris because of the memes and because of his crazy martial arts movies and TV shows. He had a cult following. He was well known in the entertainment genre. People loved the guy, and so it was really weird and kind of odd for them to take shots at him the way they did. I thought that was a little poor taste.
And he was super famous for the jokes that always went down. You know what I mean? Like Chuck jumps in the water, he doesn't get wet, the water gets Chuck.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Or I mean, there's a million of them where he's just a badass basically, and the world respected him for it.
Yeah. It's one of those things that like internet culture, 80s action star culture. Like he's got a real soft spot in America's heart, and it's a sad one, but that is life. We all get there eventually.
Now I don't want to put you on the spot, but I'm guessing you have a favorite Chuck Norris joke.
Yes, I do. Absolutely. It's a meme of him and Walter Payton in a boat together, and it was this was at the time of this picture being taken. This is the third most powerful navy in the world. That's my favorite one. It was Chuck Norris and Sweetness together in a little boat. That was my favorite one.
Nice. All right. So let's see. Let's dive into some other news. I guess the State Department issued a statement today. Very rare worldwide caution security alert for travel. This applies to Americans anywhere in the world, especially in the Middle East and other susceptible countries like England, which is practically Middle East. To just be on the lookout, nothing specific, but just be on the lookout. There is an elevated risk at this point in time. We've got DHS shut down. God, that's a whole nother story. We'll get to that one. Because I want to give that its due. But this, I think, is coming on the back end of Trump saying, hey, if you mess with the Strait of Hormuz, we're going to start blowing up your electric production in Tehran and Iran in general. So if you keep messing with the Gulf, you're not going to have power. And it's going to take you a while to turn it back on. Months. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So they're expecting maybe some retaliation from that. I don't know. What say you, Doc?
I would suspect that they're just in general that the war has gone the direction it has. I think it's clear that Iran is at the stage of the game where it's strike whatever you can, however you can, and just make it as difficult as possible and painful as possible to be there. And so engaging their terrorist cells that they can still get to and talk to and finance would not shock me in any way, shape, or form.
Mm-hmm. And, there's a lot of things that can be done on a global scale where it's just a jihadi, independent, Islamist jihadi with a suicide vest. I mean, we've seen it a million times through history. It's just one of those things. So, yeah, I wouldn't be in a panic about it. Yeah, I wouldn't be in a panic about it, but I'd be, cautious.
Yeah, on high alert, extra awareness.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But they do not put these out very often, and they just did, so I thought I'd bring it up. On that note, let's see. We were talking the other night on the Wednesday show with Barry about what I need to see happen here for me to start thinking some progress or some positive things are happening in this battle. And here's one of them. Over 20 nations announced that they'll be working with the United States to help keep the Strait of Hormuz open. So 20 nations. That's what we need to see, folks. 20 different flagged army ships out there doing their thing, keeping the peace. And so we're all in it together. And let it be known that the entire world has your back now to the people of Iran. If you want to lift up, you're going to see British ships, Japanese ships. You're going to see, the Danish out there. You're going to see, hopefully, France and Germany and Italy and all kinds of different, Australia, you name it. The whole modern world out there with their flagged battleships ready to defend you. That's the kind of thing that, gives me hope. Then we need to see, as I was saying, more action on the street, more advancement to say, hey, something happened here. They got to this building, they tore it down. There was that YouTuber that was in, I want to say, Burma earlier this year. No, it was Myanmar, maybe. No, forgive me. It was one of the countries just north of India, not Nepal, but the one next to it. And he was there, just happened to be there and filmed the entire revolution. And it looked like, they marched on the Capitol Hall and they took it over and said no one else is allowed in here. They surrounded it until, they had control of it. And that was it. That's how they got it done. Something like that needs to happen. I don't know how it does. I don't know. But we just need to see that sort of a rise where, yeah, maybe more people die. But guess what? 30, 40,000, maybe is, many, many more could have died. 35,000 is the most, strong estimate I'm seeing nowadays, most reliable number that people seem to be falling on, that were killed in a 2-day period by the Iranian government, and they need to be avenged.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
I don't see the second part of it. I just don't see any evidence that the people have decided that the moment is there. But again, I don't think we really know anything about what's going on in Iran on the ground. I don't think we really have any clue. I think the only thing we know for sure is that we're attacking them and they're still attacking the whatever locations they can hit with their missiles and drones. I don't really know if there's any, because I've seen stuff from both sides and I just don't know what's real, right? But yeah. I can tell you this, if we actually get allies with actual warships and battleships in place, if that actually takes place, that could actually lead this in a different direction. But I don't know what's really going on at this point. There's so much mixed messaging coming from all different directions. It seems like a lot of chaos right now.
Yeah. The world's standing up and saying, hey, man, you guys are scumbags. You need to leave power. Right? If the entire UN looks at you and says, leave, none of us want you, your people certainly don't want you, then maybe you have a chance there to do this peacefully. And then, my lord, Cuba's up next, right?
Well, yeah, I think Cuba's probably going to go on its own at some point if things keep going the way they are with the electricity situation. But we talked about that a little bit in the pre-show. Cuba has a blockade right now going on. Their electricity grid just collapsed. So there's a lot of chaos there as well. Yeah, I just don't know what's really going on in Iran. I don't think they're being very clear intentionally.
Oh, of course. Yeah, of course. And, there's always that fear, too, that they could just kind of go ballistic at any moment and sort of pull the trigger and say, hey, we're going down. Let's not go down without taking everyone with us, a.k.a. Hillary Clinton's threat to the world.
Yeah, I mean, it is a concern to me that Israel, it seems a little off the leash right now. They concern me. If Iran can hold out long enough, how desperate does Israel get? That's a concern I have. But as far as what's actually taking place, I think it's all too chaotic right now to even make heads or tails of what's going on.
Yeah, and the trick with Iran was the two threats were them getting missiles strong enough to actually make it to Europe or the United States or, Africa, Asia. But the other thing is then what do they load with them? I think their ability to enrich uranium is a long ways off now, decades. I mean, they've got the scientists still alive who know how to do it. They just have to rebuild everything from scratch again.
Yeah, we've definitely set them back at least 10 years, at least.
Yeah. So then it comes down to how dangerous are they at this point? You know, I mean, they need to go. That's the bottom line, though. They need to go. They just need to go. And I don't know. I would love to see this end one way or another, but it'd be sad to see us go through all this and leave that regime in place. Although they got a new supreme leader and everything's better now and yada yada, they say everything you want to hear, and then 2 years later they're enriching uranium again. You know?
Yeah, at this point, there is a real danger in leaving anything standing. There really is, because you've now given them the people that are in power now. You've given them no reason to participate in polite society at this point. So, that is a concern.
And their people, I mean, they just killed some wrestler.
Yeah.
You know, some high school wrestler for being at a protest or for saying the wrong things. And that will just, if they get full control again, I mean, that's a death sentence for another 100,000 people.
Probably. Yeah, I have no doubt. Yeah. Yeah, these were
not a pretty situation.
Yeah, these are the kind of things that this is why people inside the White House were very much wanted Trump to stay away from this kind of action. Now, of course, there are the other side. It's split. It seems to be inside the administration, but this is why there's a whole lot of unknowable, unintended consequences that will come if we can't complete this in the way that they've intended.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we'll have to hope for the best here, obviously.
Yeah.
They seem to know what they're doing. I've liked the plan so far, and hang tight. You know, they said 4 weeks. Let's give them 4 weeks. That pretty much ends at the end of the month, though, so they've got like 1 week left on those 4 weeks. And then, you know, I just saw gas spike. Now it's up over $1 since this thing started. It went from $3 to $4.
Yeah,
right?
we're at 4.30 here.
Yeah, we're at 4.10.
Yeah.
I went to a friend of mine's place this morning, and I'm like looking at the gas, 387. I'm like, okay, I'll just, I'm gonna stop in here and I'll go get some in a little bit. I come back outside and it's 410 or 407 or something.
Yeah.
I'm like, great. I should have got it when I first rolled up here. Now it's 30 cents more a gallon after an hour.
Yeah, and that's going to be a serious concern if this doesn't come to an end. Because I know right now that there's 3 different oil prices out there right now. The oil on the ground in the Middle East is going for about 150 to 160 a barrel. On the ground in Asia, it's like 120, 130. And then here in America, it's just under 100. So the futures market isn't even really showing the real-time price for some people. So it's a real concern. It's a real concern if this keeps dragging out, the gas prices, especially diesel and fertilizer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, diesel prices are way higher, like 560 or something. They're much higher.
Yeah,
at least where I am.
We've seen the similar here too.
Yeah. So, man, wild stuff. I always like having Barry on because he's from Oklahoma. So when he throws out gas prices, they're always like really optimistic.
Yeah, Oklahoma has some great prices.
Yeah. Like, oh, wow, you're still at 250. Good for you. All right, there is hope for America. There's hope.
Yeah. Well, if it wasn't for a lot of the stuff we did with the climate change nonsense, we wouldn't have so few abilities to process oil here in the United States, like California, all the nonsense they've been doing.
We're just now building our first refinery in 50 years down in Texas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a huge project going on. But why does it take 50 years to build a new refinery when you're building that much more highway every year, right? That much more roads, that much more infrastructure, those many more cars. And yet somehow, they make it like a criminal offense to try to add more fuel to the situation, which is what makes it all go.
Yeah, it's really bizarre how they did that to our economy. It really, for a very long time, tightened the screws internally so much that we had to rely on external suppliers. It's just wild.
Yeah. Yeah, when we have we always talk about Saudi Arabia, but man, America has the largest, reserves. We're sitting on gold mines, man.
Yeah, both oil and gas.
And the money does go into the economy. You know what I mean? Like if you own that land where they're, hey, we want to do a wildcat, on your property, and you say sure, and all of a sudden they have some huge score. Guess what? You're rich.
Yeah,
it's exactly. Like Jed Clampett from the Beverly Hillbillies.
Yep.
And it's funny because we all laugh at the Clampetts, but you got to wonder how many of those really exist in the world. You know what I mean?
Well, that's how Texas was built. Texas became a thing because of that. What the guys that became the oil barons of Texas were not, wasps from the Northeast. They were hard-working, hard-cracking guys that became super wealthy. That's why Texas has its own unique oil culture down there. It's different than all the other oil executives anywhere. Mm-hmm. So it's even a Hollywood trope.
Yeah. Absolutely. I'm thinking of I don't want to get into this old Seinfeld episode, but yeah. So let's see. We're talking about the security of the United States, the ability to travel, the safety alert that came out today. And so it all boils down to spring break and the Department of Homeland Security having some of its money to the TSA, Transportation Safety Authority, slowed down to the point where no one's getting paid. It's been nearly a month now. 35 days, I think?
Yep.
And they're not getting paid, folks, so they can't keep coming in, right? They want to come in. They'd love to come in, but they're not getting paid, and they work for the government. So put that together, keeping your airport safe, and you can't get paid. So there's two aspects to this. One involves Donald Trump. The other one involves Elon Musk. I guess let's start with Elon Musk because there's probably less to unpack with it. Doc, did you hear about this?
Yeah, Elon went and did an Elon thing and offered to pay the TSA until they can get a funding bill taken care of so that the airports can get up and running at top speed.
Yeah, he will personally pay everyone's salary until this thing is resolved.
I mean,
is that a gift to the Democratic Party, though? Is that just them going, okay, guess what? Let's take him up on it. Let's let him pay the TSA for the next 6 months, and we can just sit on this forever.
I think it actually helps. I think it would help Trump, actually. I think getting that resolved before the holiday summer time would be a huge win for the Trump administration. Even if they still don't have funding taken care of on the back end, at least the front end, the customer who is your normie voter, they're taken care of. And so they're not going to be thinking about that when they go into the ballot box in midterms.
Yeah. And right now, I mean, we talk about the vacation period. It is spring break, right? You've seen all these videos from Fort Lauderdale and whatnot of people going crazy, acting a fool out in the beaches.
Yeah,
and it's spring break. It's just no denying. There are definitely a lot of people flying right now, and the lines are insane. Have you seen these videos of 5-6 hour lines? They go through parking lots and go up one side and come down the other side.
Oh yeah, everybody's talking about how their flights are delayed 2, 4, 6 hours. Yeah, it's a mess. I mean, the reality is though that the TSA probably should have been abolished a while ago. I mean, we are so far beyond humans having to do their job that it's really quite silly. And funny fact, TSA has never caught a terrorist, not once.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
I'd have to look that up.
It's a wild stat.
Never.
They just never stopped one terrorist attack. And so it's kind of one of these things where it's almost like the government is holding us hostage at a economic choke point. It's very sad, really, that it got to this point.
Yeah. Well, Donald Trump has proposed a solution to the situation, which I find just straight the most Trumpian thing ever. It makes you just smile just because it's so point on. And he wants to have ICE go man the THS stations and, assist with the agents that are still there. And so he's going to send ICE in there. And if they catch any illegals going through security, boom, they take them out on the spot.
Hey, it's a win-win, right?
Yeah, hey, you're trying to fly out of the country, whatever, and you're legal. Yeah, well, hey, just go on your way. What do? You're not going to arrest that guy. You're already leaving. Go.
Yep.
Don't come back, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, no, that's an interesting situation if he were to do that. And apparently, folks, tomorrow morning, 9 a.m., bright and sharp, they're going to be showing up there for work.
Well, that's good. That's good. I think he had to do something. Like I said, you do not want that large of a voting population to be thinking about this come midterms. You want it to be resolved one way or another for them.
Yeah. But a lot of this blame I'm seeing in these polls and stuff is not coming down on Trump. Like, they're seeing through it. They're realizing that it's the Democrats.
Oh, it's clear that it's the Democrats playing games. Absolutely.
Or at least it's the House, right? It comes down on the House, not necessarily on Trump in these situations. So you'd hope that people would look at this and, they're talking right now about saying, hey, we just need to do away with the filibuster because they're going to do it anyway. The second they get into office, they're going to take away the filibuster and they're going to pass every dream legislation they want to with 50+1 votes, right? So, and we're talking about packing the Supreme Court, making mail-in ballots legal everywhere, mandatory everywhere in the United States, making it illegal to, clean the ballot polls, making abortion completely legal right up to the moment of birth across the entire country, all with legislation that's 50+1 because there's no more filibuster, right?
Yeah, well,
that's the importance of the filibuster.
They have a laundry list, the Democrats do, of things they want to get accomplished if they can take over. And one of them is trying to put Trump in jail. So I mean, you're going to have 2 years of impeachment trials. You're going to have 2 years of their nonsense, and then if they play it right, if things go wrong for some reason, and they can win the presidency in 2028, yeah, that's all of those things that you mentioned they want to do. All of them.
Yeah, I mean, they could probably pass legislation like right away, and right in the beginning of the year 2 of his second term, that just says, hey man, if you've ever been impeached twice, you can't be the president. You're immediately null and void, and it's 50+1. So they just have to pass it, and boom, it's law.
Well,
right?
no,
obviously he wouldn't.
The president has to sign it. So it would stall the government.
Yeah, he wouldn't sign it. But
yeah,
you get my point, though. That's the kind of stuff they're going to do.
Of course,
they're going to make life a living hell for him.
Yep, absolutely.
So
that's why people got to vote. They got to get out and vote in the primaries. If you don't like the Republicans in there, get new Republicans in there. But you got to get out there and participate. You can't. Sitting out is a guaranteed way to make what you don't want to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, it's wild. So even like we look at the SAVE Act, you know what I mean? Let's say they pass it. We'll get a couple elections, but then boom, if it ever reverts back to one iota, it's just right back to World War. The minute they get power again, it's just going to be World War. And I guess they look at this today as, our version of the MAGA version of World War, of going scorched earth, when I don't see it that way. What scorched earth? We shut the border down. So what? We're getting rid of people in this country who are here illegally committing crimes. We're going after those people first, right? And look at what happened to the murder rate in the United States in the last year. It's gone through the floor. It's down like, 50% or something? It's like insane numbers.
Yeah. And it's the sad thing is that there are people who just don't like America, who live in America, and we have to defeat those people permanently. And there's a bunch of weak Republicans in office in Congress and the Senate who don't want to do their job, what they were put there to do.
Mm-hmm.
It's a sad fact, unfortunately. So we got to get those people out of the way. And, you kind of got to forget about Trump for a minute and concentrate on the people who are actually making your life miserable. And it's Congress. You got to focus on Congress right now. If they would have been helping him out all this time, we would be a lot farther along.
Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't agree more. And that's why it's so important, I guess. Like you say, these midterms are really going to be a very crucial round of. We always say it. We always say, hey, this is the most important midterms ever. Well, it is. It always is. The one you're in is always the most. And it seems in America, the further on we go through time, the more radical the options become. It's like, hey, just keep some semblance of what America was, or go down this other route with the Democrat choice, where it's just total chaos. It's Mamdani in New York City. It's what they're doing. It's Tim Walz in Minnesota. Just create a syndicate crime, organization, and just sit on it and let it run, and look the other way at every point, and let them just get away with murder, professionalized, organized crime. I mean, come to America. They're idiots. They let you just steal from them blind, and nobody questions it. Look, I came here to America. 4 months later, I'm driving a Lamborghini. Look at me.
But that's how the Democrats have built their coalition. So they're going to have to keep doing that. I think that combined with the young people leaning more towards socialism in their belief structure because of how hard the economy has been for the youth. You combine those two factors together, and you get unbelievable amounts of destruction of fraud. I mean, you get fraud, you get crime, you get the destruction of U.S. culture and decreased cohesion. Communities fall into disrepair. There's all kinds of negative consequences, but they're caught in a trap of their voter base voted for this stuff, and it's one step after another right into a Mao's socialism, basically.
And it's funny, they think they can work with these Somali, communities, and it's just going to blow up on them in the most spectacular way over and over and again. I point to Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese, basically denounced the Islamic Republic of Iran and was trying to sort of talk to the community. So he went to a massive mosque in Australia and sat down there, took his shoes off, sat on the floor, did all that stuff, and started talking to them, and they just started yelling at him. It started as some people in the back yelling, and it just got more and more and more and more and more. Because, hey, he's saying, we support the people of Iran, and they're not liking that. They're not liking that. Yeah. And I've got video after video of this thing just escalating to the point where they're briskly walking to their car, through some back alley, which I'm sure they weren't, expecting to leave through the back door down an alley when they went there. But no, yeah, they're basically almost jogging, in those crazy mobs like that. If you start jogging or running, it just escalates everything. So you just walk as fast as you can without sort of breaking a pace. You know what I mean?
Yep. And
they're screaming at him. It was a nightmare for him from a PR standpoint. And what did he do? He went on the media, the mainstream media, and said, it was nothing. It was totally misinterpreted. You guys don't understand what it was. It was nothing. They were very loving and warming and, welcoming to me. It's going to backfire really quick.
Oh, yeah. It sounds like Australia has some no-go zones forming, like Sweden or the Netherlands. That's what you end up with, because you have these disparate groups that don't get along with one another in one coalition that you have to please, and at some point that's going to come into conflict. It's actually been kind of Trump's problem. He carried a little bit of the Muslim vote with the failing to, he didn't want to do more wars in the Middle East, whatever, and that's probably going to cost Republicans votes in Michigan, and we shouldn't have to worry about that in this country. We shouldn't have to worry about that in any Western country.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was the whole Green Party strategy in this last election in the UK, right?
Yeah.
The Green Party put out stuff in foreign languages, just did the entire TV commercials in foreign languages as this, long blonde-haired white woman speaking some language. She doesn't understand a word she's saying, I guarantee, right? Some translator said, here, let me help you, learn how to pronounce these words. and then say these words, and you'll get the vote. And lo and behold, they got the vote. Just pandered, gave up being green, and decided to just go with the Islamic green instead.
The Red-Green Alliance. It's a real thing, and the funny thing is the Muslims teach their children, and they kind of preach this within their mosques, that participating in the voting in the democratic process in Western countries is now how that's how they wage their religious war. They could take over through the ballot box, and they are voting for these socialist candidates who will support them.
Well, for now, too. I mean, they're voting for the people that are willing to say, hey, I'll do what you want, right?
Till they can get some
But eventually they're just going to make their own parties.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Right. Yeah, and rise up that way, you know. And then it'll be the, Islamic and the Republican and the Democratic Party. You'll have 3 parties you can choose from. And
it's pretty much going that way in the UK. The Green Party has pretty much become green for the Islamic flag.
Right?
Yeah.
And what I talked about on Wednesday, I think, it might have been last Sunday, they're looking to get rid of the House of Lords in the UK, right?
Yeah, hereditary, yeah.
Or in England, yeah, exactly. There's the House of Commons, which is the elected officials. But then there's the House of Lords, which are just the hereditary. You live in this county or, what a district or whatever they call them over there, and, you're the Lord.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's England is just speed running, blowing up their traditions over there with Gastama.
Mm-hmm. Sakistama.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. They're speed running how to blow up the country, and I'm shocked that the royal family would just sit there and have no problem with the Lords losing their votes, right?
I think they signed on to it. I think Charles is 100% on board.
Mm-hmm. And what's it going to be replaced with? Right?
The Green Party? I don't know. I don't know.
We have a prime minister who's in essence sort of like the Speaker of the House, right?
Yeah.
They're not a president per se, like a separate branch like it is in the United States. They have a king who's a separate branch who would say sign legislation into. So in other words, they just passed a new law in the UK this week that makes abortion up to the moment of birth completely legal for any reason whatsoever. Okay, no questions asked. And it went through the House of Commons and then the House of Lords, and it was accepted, and now that's the law, right? It didn't have to go on to be signed by the king or anyone else, to my understanding of it, right? If Keir Starmer signs off on it, it's a formality anyway, right? Because he's the Speaker of the House in essence anyway, right?
Yeah, as long as it makes both houses, it's a law, yeah.
But that's a thing in this, so-called Christian country of England now. Abortion up to the moment of birth for any reason whatsoever. It's kind of shocking. It's kind of shocking that they would go that radical with it. And then again, the Islamic culture is, if you're in the house and you're Islamic, you say, yes, I vote for this, of course. Let the white people abort all their kids. Because it's completely haram in the Islamic community to do anything near abortion. You get caught doing that in the Islamic community, you're in big, big, big trouble. You're not going to be around much longer. Yeah. It'll be an honor to do something about it, if you understand what I'm saying. Honor. We are honor.
Yeah.
But it's another place where they'll just say, yeah, let's definitely vote in a law like this because we're not going to do it. It'll only apply to the, indigenous population that we're looking to colonize anyways.
Yeah, we have politicians doing the same thing here. I mean, you look at Colorado, California, Oregon, and Washington State. I mean, their abortion laws are basically the same thing. They transing kids, the whole nine. So I mean, it's the Muslim factions will absolutely back those policies.
Yeah, absolutely. And the mail-in ballots. I mean, once they dial in how to rig elections, which they. Trust me, I've seen a lot of videos of them doing this years ago, right? In like 2020, 2018, you name it. Remember all the things out of Minnesota where the guys were just driving around with all kinds of ballots in their car? Just getting, they were getting paid like $250 for each one that they can get their hands on. So they were just mad scramble.
The police found the guy passed out on fentanyl in his car, and he had 20,000 ballots in it.
Wow.
Yep. Yeah, there was a couple of those. A lady crashed in a median, like she had some kind of medical episode and crashed. And then when they came to the crash, they found 10,000 ballots in the back of her car. There's been a couple of those.
Yeah, I think things like that are just not acceptable. And a lot of times, heck, we saw them pulling up to these machines, or the ballot drop boxes, the Mark Zuckerberg drop boxes, where he gave $400 million to make these things happen, and they would just drive up and start shoveling ballots into the boxes, shoveling them on camera, and then they come back another hour later and they've got more and more and more and more, taking pictures of them all as they do it.
Yep.
Wild stuff in your face. Wait until that goes mainstream, So we need the SAVE Act, folks. We need it big time. And I hope the Republican Party can step up, because there's only a few of you out there that are too coward to do this. And understand it's the whole future of America, man. If we can't fix voting, you can't do it. I mean, nobody in the world does mail-in voting. I mean, I say nobody in the world. Okay, maybe like 3 countries do it, but that's it. It's a complete minority. Same-day registration to vote, again, maybe 3 countries in the world do that. Birthright citizenship, very, very rare. A handful of countries.
It's
It goes on and on.
Yeah, it's wild how we've allowed it to be made into this way, though. It didn't start out being this way. We over generation, we've allowed it to progress this way. People have not got in the way, and it needs to be fixed. Like you said, the Republican Party needs to step up and take care of this. If we don't, it's going to be tough. It's going to be real tough going forward, because it's not going to get any easier to get elected if the mail-in ballots aren't gotten rid of.
Yeah, that's just obvious to everybody involved. I mean, folks, come on. Anyway, we got to take a break. This is the Censorship Sucks Roundtable radio show, and we'll be right back after these messages.
All right, we're on radio break.
All right.
Excellent.
Doc, I need you to do a cameo on the Wednesday show one day, like in the next month or so.
Okay. What time's the show start on? Same time, right? Same time?
No,
it's 6 p.m. Eastern.
Okay. I should be able to pull that.
Yeah,
off.
that'd be cool. That'd be cool, because I'm always like talking to you on Sunday and Barry on Wednesday, and so I always get mixed up who the hell I was talking to about whatever subject it is.
Yes, I do. I can understand.
Like, if it was the last show, I remember, but if it's like 2 months ago, I'm like, I don't remember which one of you two I talked about that with,
Yep.
So we need some cross-pollination in there. I'll get Barry to come in on Sunday, too.
You get it all mixed up for good.
Yeah.
don't forget we have Angel next month.
Next month. Okay.
Yeah. The only way I'm going to ever remember it's just, every time it comes up, I'm like, okay, I got to remind you, it's 22nd of next month, I believe.
I much prefer, like, Angel, if you want to come by, just come by. I don't want to schedule it 2 months ahead of time. Just show up.
It's
dude.
it's just hard for him to do that otherwise. But the
maybe it's
reason
easier.
for this one is because it's going to be a little bit before or a little bit after the anniversary thing for Beam.
Oh, yeah. He's got
So,
some news he wants to launch with.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
And, I was watching some... I don't know if you guys follow Richard Dolan or not. He's kind of a historian that follows UFOs and things like that, but he also does a lot of following of geopolitical. And he believes that if we don't get this taken care of over in the Middle East real quick, we're going to be there for a very, very long time. Because all the other side has to do is survive. because it goes. They just hand down to the next. What is it? In the family.
If Israel wants to go in there, boots on the ground, and get it done, then there's more part to them.
But with that part of the world, everything's about. Okay, well, it's you got to wipe the whole family out, not just one, because if you do that, then it leaves someone still upset, and then they have this thing called what is it?
Revenge?
No. It's but there's a legal name for it. It's a legal term where they can come back and there's it's justified then.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. It's not. It has. They have a word for this. They have a word for every
homicide or something like that. It comes out to. We've got 30 seconds and we'll be back on air. Yep.
Tribal society stuff.
Yes, and that's how it works over there.
Yes.
How big are you on this Afro Man thing?
I know a little bit about it.
Okay. Because Willie apparently knows a lot.
It was.
Here's
There's some
your
stuff
countdown.
to know.
3, 2, 1, and you're live.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show, Sunday Night Edition, March 22nd, 2026. And boy, do we have a show for you tonight. With me, of course, we've got Doc. Doc, where can people find you online?
You can always find me over on the X, formerly Twitter platform, of course, on Rumble and Odyssey, as well as Minds.com, my favorite platform, and that's at Doctor420, and that's Doctor with an E.
420. There you go. Go get them, guys. Puts out great content all the time. You also do a crypto show on Wednesdays. Well, I don't want to call it a show per se, but why don't you tell us a little bit about that? Blah, blah, blah.
On Saturdays, every Saturday, I do basically a roundup of the weekly economic crypto market news and kind of discuss how I see things in the realm of the economic turmoil we're facing.
And I guess I have egg on my face because it used to be on Wednesday. Now it's on Saturday, folks.
No, so, my other show's on Wednesday. You have Wednesday, correct? It was just the wrong show. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. All right. My bad. Anyway, you're doing shows. You're out there. You're making a name for yourself, and we all dig it. I love having you on the show. So let's dive into New York. Kathy Hochul, man, she's really firing on all cylinders. Let's see here. I'm going to have to pull this up on another platform. She basically, you remember when she said to everybody way back in the day, like, hey, man, if you're not part of this, we don't want anything to do with you, just leave?
Yes, I do.
Well,
that's coming. Did it?
Yeah, no, it's coming back to backfire on her a little bit. She basically is now begging people to come back to New York. She's saying, look, man, just, hey, if you, we could really use the money. If you got the money and you like what we're doing up here, trying to make a city the better, the best place it can be, could you please consider coming back, leaving Florida, coming back to New York City? Really appreciate it.
I don't think that's going to work. I don't think begging will work in this particular circumstance.
Mm-hmm. And Mamdami's not helping her at all. This wealth tax is very popular now. I saw Bernie Sanders, I think was one of the people that sponsored a bill along with Pocahontas to tax 5% of every billionaire's, net worth. And I think they're the one they put out there on a national scale would do it every year.
Yep.
So 5% of your net worth every single year if you're a billionaire. If you get to that point, why cross that threshold into billionaire? Just stay at, $899 million and, you're good to go. Right?
Well, they'll get there eventually. Because all the billionaires are going to leave. Anybody who makes any money of any kind is going to leave. The companies will leave, and we will be just like Europe, because that's what Europe's doing. That's insanity.
Yeah.
It's a good way to destroy your economy.
And with New York City, they just don't get it. With California, it's so simple. Watch, if you're a billionaire and you've set up your life in California or New York City, you're a billionaire. You've got a house in the Bahamas. You've got a house in Hawaii. You've got a house in Florida. You've got one in Europe somewhere. You've got one in Asia. You're a billionaire, right? You see some $20 million home for sale in Bali, and you're like, well, $20 million, whatever. Let's get it. I'm a billionaire.
Yep.
It's not like it's hard for you. You don't spend that much time there anyway. All you got to do is go to Florida. Next time you're down at your house there, change your ID over to Florida, and now poof, you live in Florida. You can fly back to New York the next day. You know, you just can't stay there more than so many, months a year, which is fine anyway, because you typically don't do that in the first place.
Yeah, it's wild that they think they can get these people to actually pay this money as if they don't have the means to avoid paying it.
Yeah, Monaco. Let's just go to town. I can name city after city after city you can have another home in and live like a god, live like a billionaire. I mean, you're a billionaire. Life is so different when you're a billionaire. You like an average person can't even comprehend that you can just get on a plane and go wherever you want and have, a home and staff and the whole 9 yards just waiting for you when you get there,
Yeah, people don't. Yeah, the average normal person does not comprehend that kind of wealth. Not in the shortest terms. That's I think why the globalists who were back in the Biden auto pen were so keen on getting the world wealth tax in, so they couldn't run away. That you remember that talk about that back at the late stages of the Biden administration? They were talking about signing on to that world tax agreement.
Mm-hmm. And they want to do, I know Hillary Clinton was pushing as well for a corporate minimum tax, like a global corporate minimum tax.
Yep, exactly.
35% or something. Yeah. That way you can't hide from it. So you go to another country and great, you're just going to, so you'll end up all back in the United States that way. Like Ireland will be done. All like Google, all these companies that are headquartered over there will leave in a second and just come back to America, where at least the judicial system is better, right? It favors the person with the most money. Yeah, and it's not shy about it.
No, exactly. It's the weird way that they want to do this. Will, even if they are really truly are caring about the small guy, they're almost guaranteeing the small guy gets destroyed and the super elite get to have their own society anyway. It's just weird that they don't understand that. Maybe they do. Maybe it's on purpose. But it's especially the Bernie Sanders types. I think they're just really not that bright.
Yeah. So it is what it is. Interesting to see them going out on a limb, though, and trying to turn this stuff around. It's immediately, California's got this on the ballot, and it's retroactive to the first of the year. So they're going to vote on it in November, but if it passes, it'll be applied to the 1st of January 2016 if you lived in California. So a bunch of people moved out on like December 31st. See you later. Now even more people are leaving. Mark Zuckerberg, another one, just took his money and bought a place down in Florida. And so he's going to exempt himself from that, politely step aside and say, no, thank you. And I think $30 billion is left the state?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, Washington State had a huge exodus as well. They just passed a similar bill, and they lost the Starbucks CEO. Starbucks CEO says, nope, I'm good. I'm going to retire to Florida. And and
they're moving much of their corporate
to Nashville.
Organization to Nashville. Yeah.
Yep.
Structure or whatever. So that's interesting to see Starbucks giving up on Seattle.
That tells you how bad it really is.
Yeah, I mean, when you've got your most iconic, Nike's next, right? If you lose Nike and Starbucks, what's left for Seattle?
Not
the
much.
Seahawks,
Microsoft.
The Seahawks moved to Boise.
Don't laugh too hard about that. The
know.
Seattle Seahawks are already complaining about this wealth tax. They've said it's going to make it harder for them to bring in players.
Oh my Lord! I envision the Seahawks moving to Boise, and shortly thereafter, Idaho takes up Greater Idaho, and expands out to pretty much the Portland suburbs.
I'll take it.
Can you imagine?
It's just it is odd how willing they are to just destroy absolutely everything in the name of communism. It really is.
Mm-hmm. And the funny thing is that we can see state by state what's happening. Florida is just on fire right now. It's just DeSantis has turned Florida into a rocket ship. Texas, Nashville, like you said, Nashville, Tennessee. A lot of states are doing it right, and the other ones are going wacko. I mean, Virginia right now is just going down this psychopath lane with this new governor they have. Spanberger is her name, or something along those lines. She's
former
a nut.
CEI agent. Yep, she's a nut.
Yeah, they're doing everything they can to wreck that economy, to wreck the state, to just turn it into a place no one would want to live. And the contrast is just so in your face between state to state. It really is. And people can't help but not see that and recognize it and say, this is no good. It's so easy to just pick up and move. If you're a billionaire, it doesn't even require anything at all. If you're an average person, it's doable. It's doable. Takes a while to settle in and meet your new friends and all that, but once you do, you're good to go.
And if you have any kind of job that's mobile, people are they're voting with their feet.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing too. COVID made everybody, mobile ready, right? They all know how to use Zoom and do all that stuff now. So it's an old hat. It's easy to, pick up work on Upwork or any of these sites. But folks, this is the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show. We've got to go to break. We'll be right back with more after these messages. And we're clear.
Yeah, well, broadcaster locked up. Hold on.
Oh, no.
Yeah. It'll get going here. Just a sec.
Broadcaster locked up.
Yeah.
What'd they lock him up for?
Yeah.
It wasn't on the Epstein files, was it?
Huh?
Was there a broadcaster on the Epstein files?
No.
Well, that's good. That's good.
I don't think it served anybody on Pizzagate either or any of that other crap.
Dude, I've got one of those complete 360 sunsets tonight. Every corner of the sky is orange and purple.
Oh, those are beautiful down there.
Yeah. And you see horizon to horizon. Or shall I say mountain range to mountain range?
Yep. It is very nice when it's clear and the sun's going down, and you can just that time of night lasts so long in the desert. It's pretty nice.
Oh yeah, it's like an hour and a half. Hour and a half long, the most amazing sunset you've ever seen all the time. It's wild.
Yep. It was one of the cool things about living. I mean, aside from the summer, there was 3 months in the summer where I absolutely despised living in the desert. But the rest of the time, it was pretty nice. Yeah.
Yeah, 3 months.
Well, I'm going to take and hang up here, and then I'll get you on.
Okay.
Right back.
All right.
Hopefully Willie will be in. All right. Folks, be right back after this for the second hour of Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show. Hey, David. Welcome back.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
This guy thinks he's funny. He's not.
Yeah, that's the worst part.
Well,
Yeah.
that's to be determined. I mean,
Oh yeah.
maybe tonight.
Yep.
I don't see Willie up, so I don't know. Like,
Well, I'm here
Did you
just
just
to
say your
bother
Willie's
Willie.
not up?
Yeah, there's a pill for that. We discussed that earlier.
I knew that was coming.
where you at, Willie?
Well, we're not going to let that slide. That's just too easy.
Yeah. You know, it was a slow pitch softball right there.
Okay, James,
Yep.
where the heck are you, James?
Hey!
He's
Hey!
Flat Earth.
Flat Earth! Yeah, the B-52 is singing about going over the ice wall. It's very entertaining.
Yeah, rubber
We're
duck.
at the ice wall. The
Yeah.
ice wall.
It's you know the Rick and Morty with the interdimensional cable. Basically, we now have interdimensional radio.
Yep.
Interdimensional radio.
Yep.
Oh, look.
Hey, Willie wants in.
Should we let him?
Don't
Yeah,
they
he
all?
is.
Hey!
I man.
Hey!
Hello.
Hey!
This here is Willie the Sting Lee. Hey, we got
The
David
Sting.
Hogg. We got David Hogg in the house, man. Oh, look
I
at
don't know. Maybe not.
oh, son.
Yeah. One too many. Hey!
That'll do it. That'll do
Yep.
it.
Talk 69. Hello.
Hello, Willie. How are you today, sir?
I'm doing wonderful.
Good.
Mark.
Hey, Willie, you still owe me
Hey,
12
hey.
worms.
Huh?
You still owe me 12 worms.
12 worms.
Yeah, you dumb. You dumb. You don't even know me. You dumb.
12 worms. That's a rather odd figure for worms. Why
Well,
12?
it's an even dozen.
Yeah, but worms aren't sold by the dozen. They're sold by the 20s. Come on, man.
A
Everybody knows
dozen.
this.
A dozen worms. Okay.
You sound
Alright,
tired,
now you're just
Willie.
mocking me because I don't fish.
Yeah, we got a low energy Willie.
Low energy Willie.
Yep.
Again,
Jesus.
they make a pill for that.
Yeah, they do. Yep.
Well, Willie hadn't come in yet.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, James sucks. I keep
Yeah,
telling you guys,
James.
this James guy is like
Yeah,
not.
James sucks. That Willie's the one that's got all the gumption.
Yeah, I think that James guy is on like Thorazine or something.
Yeah, James is just all laid back and chilled, and that Willie's the crazy one. See, what James does is he explores his inner Willie. Everybody should explore their inner Willie.
Occasionally.
Yeah, I did that as a child in the bathtub. Kept turning it inside out.
Yeah, with the Q-tip.
Yeah.
Everybody got an inner Willie.
Yeah.
I explored my inner Willie with the Q-tip once, and oh, that hurt.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I think they call that sounding. Yeah.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
It involves a rod and a urethra.
You missed it last week, David. Willie's he's gonna write a book and have a movie about Curious Alex. It's gonna be about a monkey and this man Willie with a big yellow hat and big yellow suit.
Yeah.
It's called
You was serious about that?
Curious Alex.
Curious Alex. Yeah.
Yep.
Bye, Curious Alex. It's going to be a Netflix adaptation.
No,
I
see,
knew
you
a guy like
misunderstand.
that. In,
He
college.
rides bicycles. He's bike curious.
Bike
Yeah, no,
curious.
Netflix is very interested. They want to run the Bye Curious Alex version.
Yes, but it has to be a black lesbian monkey.
Well,
Yeah.
at least he's not toaster curious. Toaster curious.
Oh, by the way,
All right,
that was
so
a-
David
that was a
Hogg,
good
you
one
came
too,
in
David.
halftime.
Yeah, I just wanted to talk to Willie, but Willie's not here, so I'm a little disappointed.
You're here for the Willie segment, then. I mean, you don't just show up at halftime and not like do the Willie segment.
You know, David Hogg does what David Hogg wants.
There you go. That's all I needed to hear. Sorry.
Yeah,
we don't want you.
That's
anywhere.
right. Yeah, that's right,
We don't
man.
want your bicycle riding linky.
I put the Prima in Donna.
You know, Hog and Willie sounds like a good name for a southern country band.
Yeah.
We're looking for Michael the Midget and the representative for the King of Nigeria and Hansel and all those other characters you do.
Mainly the representative for the King of Nigeria.
Yeah, we
King
missed
of Nigeria!
We need some Chuck Norris jokes tonight.
Oh, yeah. Poor Chuck. Poor Chuck, man.
Poor Chuck. That man was, 89 years old?
I know, but, Bill and Ted were able to, beat the Reaper. Why not Chuck Norris?
Because he took the job.
Yeah,
exactly. You're right. Yeah.
Dude, hey, that's what I was going to bring up in the show. That, he took the job of the Reaper because as soon as he got there, he sent for Mueller.
There you go.
That's true.
He did.
It's so true.
Hey!
Who's going to be next?
Yeah.
You also wanted to talk about Afro Man, right?
Well, you are supposed to be talking about Afro Man.
I was waiting for you.
You only want to talk about Afro Man because you got high.
I got high. Have y'all been following Afro Man?
I have a little bit. The Libertarian Party of Oregon, they did a joke. They made lemon pound cake the official Libertarian Party of Oregon dessert.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. If you haven't been following the whole thing with Afro Man, you need to. It's funny as hell.
The songs are hilarious.
Yeah.
All right. 3, 2, 1, and you're live.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Hour 2 of the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show, Sunday night edition for March 22nd, 2026. And as always, we've got a top-notch show coming your way. Folks, all kinds of stuff going on in the world. Of course, we've got the man that we always lean on in this segment here tonight. So good to have you back. Hansel, what's going on, buddy?
Well, I got bit a lot when I was doing the whole snake handling thing over at Alligator Alcatraz, so I'm a little low energy tonight.
That's okay.
Okay, great.
That's okay.
And I think, did I hear Willie in there too? Willie, are you here? I thought just you were here in the break. You're still here?
Yeah, no, man. Hey, I jumped in, man. I hacked y'all. I hacked y'all. Hey, I'm here, man. Hey, we live. Come on.
This is true. We are live.
Come on.
Yeah,
Come on.
Yeah. Let's go.
So now, Willie, I wanted to ask you about this whole thing going down with that Afro Man. Afro Man, because he got high, right? That guy?
Yeah, no, man. Hey, first off, man, I need to tell everybody out there in Radio Land who I am. Hey, look at him. Hey, my name is Willie Lee. I run Willie's Worm Farm down in Waldo, Florida, and Willie's Cricket Emporium up in Sandy Run, South Carolina, man. Hey, I sell worm hot dogs and pea jugs too. Hey, and then we got Hansel in the house tonight, man. Hey, Hansel, he's supposed to be running the show down in Waldo, Florida, while I'm handling business up here in South Carolina. Hey, but yeah, you talking about that Afro Man. Hey, let me tell y'all what happened with that Afro Man. Hey, look at him. The year was 2022. These cops, they got a search warrant to search his house, where the first thing they done is they run up on his gate and they busted his gate down. Then they run up on his house and they busted his door down to his house, and they was looking for the dungeons that had human slaves down in the dungeons. Hey, keep in mind, this man has barely got a crawl space, man. Hey, they was looking for narcotics and they was looking for human trafficking, and hey, this one cop, hey, they got in the kitchen. Hey, and meanwhile, everything that's going on, man, hey, they Afro Man, he is filming everything. everything. He's got cameras all over his house, and the cops, they managed to what they call disconnect some of the cameras and stuff, man. But he got a bunch of footage on film, and the one cop that was staring down a lemon pound cake that was sitting on the counter. I had that cop. He looked like he was. I ain't no joke. Hey, y'all look at the footage, man. Hey, that one cop looked like he was fixing to put his gun down and have him a piece of lemon pound cake, man. Hey, but they done all this, and they searched through his closets and his CDs and everything else, and they were searching through his pockets. Now, Afro Man. Meanwhile, he was out of town, but he was watching what was going on as it was happening, man. Hey, and he called the sheriff's department up and wondered what was going on. They couldn't tell him nothing or wouldn't tell him nothing. Or he got home and his door was busted in, his gate was busted up, and he said, "Hey, look at him. Y'all went through my house. Y'all took my money." They went through his suit jackets, man. Hey, they took over $5,000 out of his suit jackets, and they counted it up and carried it back down to the police station. He had to go down to the police station to get his money. Hey, and they shorted him $400 or $500. I forget what it was. And he said, "Hey, look at him. Y'all, they supposed to be $5,400 in this envelope right here, and it ain't but $5,000. Where's the rest of my money?" Well, they don't know who took it, but somebody took it. A bunch of thieves is what they are. Hey, and this is Adams County, Ohio, where all this happened, man. Hey, and then he's like, "All right, well, who's going to pay me for the damages on my house that y'all caused? And y'all didn't find nothing." And they laughed at him like it was a big joke or something, because they got qualified immunity. I don't know what happened. They got a warrant from the, what do you call that thing? A subpoena or a search warrant. That's what they got from the judge, man. But what kind of evidence did they have? Well, they laughed at him when it's like $20,000 worth of damage. And he looked at them. He shook his head. He said, all right. Hi. He said, "I got you." Hey, and then he commenced to writing these songs. Now, this happened back in 2022, and it just now went to trial. Man, I ain't gonna lie. Hey, I watched the footage from the trial. Man, he dirty dogged them cops, man. He had one. One woman was on there. She was crying. They talking about defamation of character. They defamed lemon pound cake. Got the one cop. Everybody calling him lemon pound cake and calling him a thief. And
well, to be fair, the dude's like 350 pounds. I mean, lemon pound cake is probably the nicest thing he's been called in a while.
Yeah, exactly. Man.
Yeah, he used to be called lemon ton cake until he did the Ozempic.
Yeah, that's what they asked that one cop. They said, "You ever been, somebody ever called you names before?" And he's like, "Well, yeah." What makes this any different? You know, he's like, "Well, I can't go anywhere without getting made fun of," you know. Hey, and Afro Man, he got on the stand. He said, "Look at him." He said, "Let me tell y'all something." He said, "Every last bit of this is going on right now." He said, "It's y'all's own fault. Y'all brought this on yourselves, man." He made all kind of videos. He got that woman running down the street, and then he made another video about he was bumping up against this dude's wife, man, and talking about he was doing it with her and everything. And that guy, he's like, they asked him, they said, "Well, is it possible that he is having an affair with your wife?" And he's like, the cop, he's like, "I don't know." Because that was the whole basis for his lawsuit, man. I'm telling you, it's some crazy stuff. You can't make it up. Hey, but the thing of it is he won the lawsuit. Afro Man won, but then the judge didn't like Afro Man and said, "Look at him. All right, well, you won the case, but you're still going to have to pay half the legal cost, and the cop's going to have to pay the other half, and all this other mess that was going on and everything else." Hey, but what Afro Man was saying, he's like, huh?
What about his fence? What about his $20,000 fence?
Yeah, no, they still ain't paid for nothing, man. He said that's why he's writing them songs, so he can make some money to pay off the damages that them cops caused, man.
Now he can make.
Yeah, and he said he just writes about his life.
Yeah. And for all y'all out there don't know, man, Afro Man, he's the guy that wrote that song talking about, I got high, because I got high. That's who that is, man.
Yep.
I was gonna go to work today, and then I got high. Yeah, it was a big hit, like in the 90s, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly what happening, man. Hey,
We
hey,
had many
look at
trips
here.
around with that song playing in the background.
Yeah. Hey, Hansel.
Yeah,
Hey,
what do
yeah,
you want, really?
yeah. Hold on a minute. I need you to listen to me tell Doc 69 hello and Mark Wojciech hello, because I hadn't said hello to them yet. Hey, but look at him. Hey, David Hogg is not been around for a while, and I want to talk to and we miss doggone, we miss Michael the midget too. But look at him. All y'all don't know. Hey, me and John Galt has gone into business, and Hansel, I want you to come out here to Arizona, man.
Here comes the money pitch.
Yeah, man, this Willie's rocket juice. Hey, that's some good stuff.
But watch
Hey,
out.
no, hey, me and John Galt has got a bee farming business going on, man. Hansel, you need to get out here. Hey, because it is hot out here in Arizona. That's where we're at. Arizona, for all y'all don't know, is out west.
But with
Hey,
the snake bites, I don't know if he can handle bee bites because he just
Yeah,
got
but,
done handling the snakes.
I'm
That's why
allergic to
Willie's
the
here.
bees unless you have a lot of epinephrine.
no. Hey, I got these bees trained, man. Hey, it's a bona fide bee mafia. What we got going on, man? Hey, look at here. This is like the
Is that
whole
like the
Game of
syrup
Thrones.
mafia in Canada?
No what?
Is that like the syrup mafia in Canada?
Hey,
The
them.
bee
Hey,
mafia?
them. No,
Yeah,
hey, them
it's the
syrup.
Arizona honey mafia.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
hey, no. Hey, y'all got.
It's
Hey,
hot
hey,
honey. You know
hey,
that hot
listen to
honey
what.
trend?
No, listen to what he's saying, man, about the syrup up in Canada, man. Hey, them folks take that mess seriously. Seriously. Hey, no,
Yeah,
they
the
take it
people in
serious.
Vermont don't believe that.
Yeah, no, they got a regular war, man. The people in Vermont and the people in Maine is having fights and all kind of stuff with the people in Canada and talking about what's authentic and what's not authentic. And then you got these people up in Appalachia, man. They do what they call the sang. Sang is ginseng. Hey, and they have sang wars, man. Hey, and that's the way it is out here in Arizona, man. You got people. I mean, you got cliques of people, and you got some people they're raising lizards, and some people they're raising cicadas, and other people's raising grasshoppers, man. And you got this one guy that's raising ants, and they get mad at one another. One of them gets mad because the ants get loose and go eats up all the other fellas' grasshoppers, and then right now all the bees that we got going on, man. Hey, Saul Good. Hey, Saul Good is in charge of this whole operation, and he told me
Yep.
look at him. He said, Willie, in that stupid little voice that he's got, man. Hey, y'all ever notice that Saul Good? He sounds like that fish off of Wi-Fi's. Hey, he does that little goldfish, that little stupid voice.
I know that. Yes.
Hey,
White Files
no,
on YouTube. Yeah, shout out to them. That's a great
yeah,
channel.
hey, Wi-Fi. Hey, it is a great channel, man. I listen to it. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, but look at him. Hey, hey, but Saul Good. He said, look at him. It's so hot out here in Arizona. I need you, and that's what he tells me all the time, man. Night after night after night, I go to these different places, and I get bees, and then I bring them back to our bee place. Hey, I learned a new word. It's called apiary. Apiary is like a bee
Apiary.
farm. Yeah,
I learned you a new word, Willie. I'm proud.
yeah, man. Hey, I ain't never heard that word before in my life, man. Apiary is like a bee farm, man. Hey, but I go to
I thought
these
that's
other
where you
places.
kept the apes. I
Yeah,
thought that was-
that makes more sense to me. The apiary is where the monkeys are.
yeah.
Yeah, hey, you would think as much, man. That's about a dumb name for a bee farm, apiary. What's an ape?
Yeah, it'd be a beepiary, right?
Yeah, that what they ought to call it, a bee,
Or maybe a
I mean, they're only one letter
buzzatorium.
off, right?
a
Apiary,
bee.
beepiary. I like beepiary much better.
B-E-Airy. B-E-Airy. Hey, but no, y'all sidetracking me, man. Hey, man, I keep getting myself sidetracked. Look at him, Hansel.
Yeah.
Hey, look at him. hey, I'm gonna get up some money and I'm gonna send it to you, man. Hey, and you're gonna get on a Greyhound bus and head over here to this place here in Arizona. Hey, and we're gonna need you. And we got a whole bunch of bees in a whole bunch of different places. And we go out there in the silence of the night, man. In the silence of the when it's dark and it's cool, man. Hey, and we get these bees and we bring them back to our place. Hey, they saw Good's bees. Saw Good says they his bees, but we got to go at nighttime to go get them, man.
That sounds a little illegal. That sounds
no,
like they might not be his bees.
You got to remember, it's like 105 in the day, right? So at night, it's like 70, 65. You know what I mean?
That's true.
So nobody works in the day out here. Everyone's nocturnal.
That's true. I forgot that about the desert.
Yeah, man. Hey, it's cool at night, man. I'm telling you. Hey, they call me around here. They call me Willie the Sting. Willie the Sting. Hey, they call John Galt. They call him John Two Wings. John Two Wings Russo. What they call him, man. Hey, y'all know that John used to be a delivery guy. He used to deliver pizzas, man. And nowadays he's delivering bees. He moving on up in the world. Man, I'm telling you, come on.
Well, you got to have.
It's been a long time since I delivered pizzas.
Yeah, you got it.
I do remember those days. It was a fun job.
Yeah,
like in high school.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, with adult entertainment I've seen, apparently Pizza Guy is awesome.
Yeah, no, hey, you got to have ideas, man. Hey, if you ain't got ideas, you backing up. I'm telling you. Look at him. Come on.
So Willie, it's great to have you out in the desert. I got to say, how you enjoying it out here?
Yeah, I like it, man. I like him. Hey, they pretty women out here too. Hey, but y'all heard it told about. Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. Hey, this past week, y'all probably don't know this, or y'all probably knew it, or forgot you knowed it, or whatever, man. Hey, but y'all pay close attention to me, man. Hey, this past week, a great athlete died, man. He passed away, and he was near and dear to all of us, man. And nobody thought he'd pass away, but he did. And I'm telling you, it's a real loss to the world, but he's in a better place right now. Pro wrestling icon Dennis Loverboy Condrey. He died at the age of 74, man. Him and my daddy used to wrestle all the time, man. Hey, but he was famous, and he done passed away. And I just want to give a what do you call it? Condolences to his family. Come on, hey, and something else.
Him and your dad would wrestle.
Yeah. My daddy was a wrestler from back in the 70s, man.
So you would come home and your dad and him would be wrestling in the living room on the couch, and how does that work?
No, man. Hey,
I think this is something you're not looking for here. What do you think, Hansel? This sounds suspicious.
Yeah, it definitely sounds more like some bathhouse activity.
No, man. Hey, we talking about Wahoo McDaniel. We talking about Ric Flair. We talking about Dusty Rhodes. We talking about all the greats, man. Andre the Giant. And this Dusty guy right here, y'all. Dusty, you ain't gonna tell me you ain't never heard of Dusty Rhodes.
If I told you I had a Dusty Rose, would you kiss it?
Dusty Rhodes,
definitely not.
Man, look at him. Oh, son. Hey, you ain't never heard of Dusty Rhodes? Come on.
No. I have.
I've heard of Andre the Giant.
Yeah, anywhere they don't pave them, they're usually dusty.
Yeah, no, hey, Jerry Lawler, man, he was another one. Hey, Jerry Lawler, he's the one.
Yeah, that's the guy who popped Andy Kaufman.
Yeah. That's what I was getting ready to say.
Yeah. He gave him cancer.
Andy Kaufman, my personal hero.
Oh, okay. So Jimmy Stuka, Superfly, was the one that taught you how to jump off fences and land on those wild hogs you have at your place, right?
Yeah, man. Hey, I'm telling you, hey, Dennis Condrey, man, he was trained as a wrestler by a fellow named Joe Turner, man, back in like 1973. These were wrestling's greatest, man. I'm telling you. Hey, I didn't come up with some ideas though, man. Come on. Hey, we ain't got but just a few minutes. Hey, but Hansel, hey, look at here. You stick around the farm right there. Hey, I want to know if you seen Aunt Mama Lou out there. Come on.
But, as you know, when you tried to have me deported, they ended up taking me to Alligator Alcatraz. So I haven't been on the farm in months.
No, man. Hey, you were supposed to. Hey, no, you were supposed to escape and then come back, and then I was going to turn you in again for some more money. Yeah, hey, that's the way it works, man. Hey, and that's why you ought to have money. Hey, go back out there. Go back out there behind the barn, man, in the right-hand corner, and take a shovel and start digging, man. You'll find some mason jars that's got some money in them.
Yeah, I'm not going to fall for that. Last time I dug up a bunch of pea jugs.
Last time you fell into my dungeon, you stayed in that sucker for about 6 months. Hey, that was your own fault, though, man. Hey, but no, hey, Doc 69. Hey, look at him. Hey, I'm on to something, man. Hey, I am on to
here
something.
Comes the ask for a check again.
Yeah.
We got 2 minutes.
No, man. Yeah, no, man.
Willie, you got 2 minutes. Go ahead. Take all the time you need. You got 2 minutes of the show left. Actually,
Well, about a minute
55
now. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, real quick, man. Real quick. Hey, I was asked to advertise for No Dozer Draw, and I'm not going to advertise for No Dozer Draw at all. They told me every time I mentioned the name No Dozer Draw that they would pay me a certain amount of money.
This is one of those secret ads again.
But I am not going to advertise.
We're just going to go ahead and end it early.
But no,
man. I don't see any reason to, even entertain Willie anymore. He's abusing, Willie, you're abusing the invitation. And that's why we're announcing that we're handing over this segment to Hansel going forward. And Willie, we're going to feature you, though. And, we do the after show sometimes, right?
Yeah.
After the after show, I'm going to do a 5-minute phone call with you. And we're going to feature you in that private phone call.
Yeah, and I wanted to tell you something else too, man. Hey, I got this whole spiel wrote out about John Galt, man. He had Atlas Energy and all kind of other stuff, man. Hey, look at him. Oh, hey, I got all kind of stuff going on. Hey, but no, hey, you sidetracked me
Atlas
real quick,
Energy,
man.
I like it.
No. Hey, look at
definitely.
him.
In the 30 seconds we have left, Willie, the last thing I want to do is sidetrack you. I want you focused. We've got 25 seconds left, so just be focused and
24.
Tell us what you want to say. Don't get confused.
Hey,
you got 20 seconds left. Don't get confused. Stay on point.
DeWalt electric Crocs, man. Roller skates, electric roller skates. DeWalt, man. You hook them up to a battery. Hey, and this is what I need.
All right, folks. On that note, we've got to go to break. This is the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio. Thank you so much for listening. We'll be right back after these messages.
Flat Earth!
Flat Earth, man. Yeah, hey.
Flat Earth! They got it in. They got it in. All right. You're not. A private. You're going to feature him in a private phone call.
That was good.
All right. That's classic.
Yeah, they're going to fire your butt, Willie.
Yeah, no. Hey, I was going to talk good about John Galt. About it was going to be Larry. Or Larry. What's Larry? Larry what? Who's Larry?
Fink.
Hold on a minute. Huh?
Larry.
No,
Fink,
we
right?
had another. No, we had Bullhorn Larry. That's who it was. Hey, Bullhorn Larry. Hey, Bullhorn Larry. Hey, come here real quick, man. Hey, we want to talk about John Galt. Hey, you want to talk about John Galt? Hey, look at him. Yeah. Hey, John Galt, you're likely in the broadcasting business, and for a reason, because you prioritize bold individualism and unapologetic logic, man. Hey, in a world of sound bites and surface level takes, a host that makes a namesake usually stands out on very key reasons. No, it actually says 4 very key reasons, man. You have intellectual rigor. You are not interested in just going with the flow. You challenge your listeners and you challenge them to think for themselves, and you question the status quo, pushing a philosophy of self-reliance. Yeah, that's what John Galt does, man. Clarity of conviction. Something refreshing
what
about
are you reading from? Like some AI thing?
It's ChatGPT, of course.
No, man. Hey, there's some stuff I made up, man. I made it up. Yeah, hey, we want to talk about Atlas Energy, and you act as a voice for the producers, and hey, you are a doer, you are a hard hitter and a go-getter, man. Hey, look at him. I had all kind of accolades for John Galt, man. Look at him.
Yeah, he's
That's why
only
we want to
sucking
move
up
you
because he's
and
about to
feature
be
you in the
fired.
5-minute private phone call. That's the top segment I have.
Hey, did y'all cover that mess? Hey, did y'all cover that mess with that woman, that Japanese prime minister, and Donald Trump's making fun of her? He had her come
Yeah,
into
I've
the
got that
fly.
clip.
Huh?
I actually
Yeah,
have that clip.
he had her
queued up.
coming into the side door like she was some kind of a maid or a servant or something, man. Didn't even roll out no red carpet for her, made her wait everybody. She said, I will never set foot in the United States of America again. That whole trip
Well,
wasn't nothing but an insult. And then he wants to make fun about
no.
the
I did
Japanese
not.
and Pearl
I
Harbor.
got completely different coverage of that than you
No,
got here.
no, hey, that's the way it happened, man.
Huh. Okay.
She was highly upset at the way she got treated. She said, "I
Then
will
why didn't she
never."
commit troops to the Hormuz?
Yeah, man, I don't know. Everybody got something on everybody, man. Who knows what goes on behind closed doors?
Ain't that the truth?
He's saying that Japan is the best now. Like he said today that I can't believe Japan is way more reliable than anyone in NATO or the UN.
Yeah. He's
Well, two nukes will
backtracking,
do
man.
that to you.
Yeah, he's backtracking. But I mean, seriously, man, you don't know who's cheating, who's being true, and who don't even care anymore.
Oh,
Makes you
man.
wonder who's doing right till someone denied, and whose car is parked next door. Come on.
We can't even get you to sing on the radio, and you're going to do it in break? Come on.
That's what happens,
Yeah,
you can't
yeah.
save a little something for the break.
Yeah. Very
Lemon
disappointed,
pound
Willie.
cake.
Very disappointed.
Pound
Yeah.
cake, lemon pound cake.
You're doing that to like spit in our face. You're man. You're saying this is what I could have. I'll tell you what. The next 5-minute phone call we have that I feature you, I want you to sing the whole time.
30 seconds, guys.
I about sung out, man.
I'm just gonna call you out. I'm gonna give you 5 minutes, and you gotta sing. Okay?
Lemon pound cake. I'm out of here, man. I love you guys.
All right, here's your countdown.
Yell after the show.
4, 3, 2, 1, and you're live and on the radio side right now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to hour 2 of the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show, Sunday night edition, March 22nd, 2026. And off we go. Let's, I don't know, any takeaways, Doc, from the Willie segment?
This man is classic entertainment, and he makes me laugh very hard. I tell you, some of his schemes, though, he's hurting the wallet these days.
Yeah, I'll tell you, he did a good analysis of the whole. What's his name? The series,
Afro Man thing. Yeah, no, he was definitely on point with that.
Yeah, he covered it well. Because I was thinking, I should maybe interrupt and bring up this, and I just gave him his sweet time, and he brought it all in there, man. He had it all. So, good on him. Great analysis on Afro Man from Willie Lee tonight. Shockingly, folks, shockingly. It's almost like the fool took notes for once in his life.
Well, it had lemon pound cake.
Hi, I'm still here, man. Hi, I'm listening. Bye. I'm out of here. Come on.
Hey, Mr. Producer, throw him out of the room, please. Thank you.
Yeah, hold on. I
Where's
got
the
this.
security around here, right?
A little lack these days. A little lax.
A little lax security, I'd say. Anyway, let's talk about Japan. Oh, God, man. Classic Donald Trump here. Classic Donald Trump. I've got to play this clip. You guys are going to love this. He's sitting down in the White House with the Prime Minister of Japan. This lady, this MAGA lady, they're calling her, the Donald Trump of Japan because she's very, Japan first and all that kind of good stuff. And, man, have we been seeing the based videos out of Japan. We can come back to that. But here's a Japanese reporter saying, hey, why didn't you tell us about this, with Iran? You didn't tell us. What's up?
Well, one thing you don't want to signal too much. When we go in, we went in very hard, and we didn't tell anybody about it because we wanted surprise. Who knows better about surprise than Japan? Okay, why didn't you tell me about Pearl Harbor? Okay, right? He's asking me. Do you believe in surprise? I think much more so than us. And we had to surprise him, and we did. And because of that surprise, we knocked out the first 2 days. We probably.
I don't know, Doc. What do you say?
Well, I mean, two things. One, it's funny, and Donald Trump is always funny. That's one thing you can never take away from the guy. He is always funny. Although I wonder how much, because again, people take Trump differently. I wonder how much people outside of the situation in the foreign realm, how much they saw it as sort of an insight, especially, people in Japan. I'm curious to how they felt about it. But it's classic Donald Trump. I mean, it's anytime someone tries to needle him, he always flips it around and jujitsus it back into a needle on someone else.
Yeah, it's kind of funny though. Like, why didn't we tell you? You guys don't understand surprises, really? Like, you don't know what surprises are for?
Right? Yeah, exactly.
Pearl Harbor, anyone? Pearl Harbor, anybody? Ferris?
Yeah, it had a very SNL feel to it. It was very funny.
Exactly, and they stepped up, and he came out the other day and said, I can't believe that Japan is more in line with helping us in the Straits of Hormuz than most of Europe is.
Yeah,
right?
Well, I mean, Japan has been our best allies since the end of World War II. Since we,
and they're stepping up.
Yeah, so
it's a wonderful thing, and yet we can't even. Well, I mean, we are now. We've got the coalition of 20 different countries that are now on board, but it's been hard pressed to get a lot of them. It's like pulling teeth.
Yeah.
Japan's
good. No, I was just going to say it's very odd how Japan has been superior as an ally to us rather than Europe. It's a shame because Europe was a very strong ally for a very long time, and their decision to go with the globalists instead of the more Western traditional values, it's showing itself. I mean, look how they're being devastated over there in all kinds of different ways. And Japan's on the right track. They've put somebody in place that is going to bring Japan back to being a world power at some point.
Yeah. And, more power to them. I love them. It's what a great country. I mean, they've got it dialed in. They've really got a beautiful society there where it's safe as can be. It's really wonderful. They've got trains rolling through the countryside at 300 miles an hour, shrinking the size of the country in essence, right? So you can go to the other coast, you can go up into the mountain, whatever you want to do. It's not like crazy to get there because you got rocket trains that get you there in no time, on time. It just runs like clockwork. They've really done a beautiful job keeping their country, Japan, for their culture, for their people. They dialed it in. Why would you want to give that up?
Yeah, exactly. And if she can keep the globalists at bay and bring back some economic longevity to the economic system in Japan, that'll go a long way to maintaining Japan, being Japan into the future, which is that's in line with Donald Trump. That's in line with some of the other right wing folks that are coming up through the European system. International nationalism is a good thing. Every people having their place be for their people is a good thing. And I think Japan finally gets that.
Yeah. So they will be good allies to us, forever.
Yeah.
And strategic allies as well, because they're just sitting there, in a very dangerous spot being so close to China. Really, you're just off the shore there. It's you got South Korea, but Japan and South Korea have never been good allies at all. Like,
Yeah,
to the
there's a little
contrary.
bit of history there, just a little bit.
A
Yeah.
little bit. Yeah. Which is a shame, but in the modern geopolitical system, they're gonna need to kind of be buddy. Thailand as well, not Thailand, Taiwan as well. You know, just those are the countries over there that really have the most to lose because they're the most democratized, most free countries who have really let their economies grow.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, and I think
It's,
that's why Japan has absolutely been our best ally, because it's been in their best interest to do so. Otherwise, what are they going to do? Become communists and ally with China? No.
yeah, exactly. So I don't know. Let's move on. There is a new app out there, an AI translator for you, right? And it translates from English to LinkedIn.
I saw this. Yes, I saw this.
So here's an example. That's called Kagi, Kagi. In English, you put in, "I'm sitting idle on my couch this morning and doing nothing." And beep, 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 boop, 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 beep, boop, boop, boop. It comes back to LinkedIn speech, which is taking some much needed time for strategic reflection and mental recalibration this morning. Sometimes the most productive thing you can do is embrace the power of stillness to recharge your creative batteries. How do you prioritize mindfulness in your busy schedule? Let's connect, and share insights. Hashtag mental health, hashtag productivity, hashtag self-care, mindfulness, hashtag leadership, recharge.
If there is ever one social media site that I am absolutely okay with every government on the planet banning, it is LinkedIn. I'm okay with that one.
Yeah. Oh God, there's one in here as well about like a dude who lost a 14-way parlay for 10 grand.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
where's the one? I'm excited to share a major learning opportunity I recently announced in a high-stakes world of probability and risk management. After a $10,000 strategic investment in 14-tiered diversified portfolio didn't yield the expected ROI, I've been learning into some intense stakeholder realignment at home. Leaning into. Yeah, it's you just lost a 14-leg parlay at the track. And strategic opportunity to really, discuss ROI returns with my corporate backing.
That'd be useful for doing resumes. Like I was the greeter at Walmart.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be
Single-handedly managed to yada 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 all for 15,000 people per day.
Yeah, exactly. Responsible for customer initiation. Yeah, it's the wild things that people are doing with AI these days. The wild things.
Yep, absolutely. So let's see. In this segment, by the way, of the show, typically the last part of Sunday night, I'm always scrambling right now to get in so many different articles. The Riverside County Sheriff and California gubernatorial candidate Chad Bianco. This is a dude who's running in second behind Hilton. Right, so Chad Bianco and Steve Hilton, 16%. Katie Porter, 13%. Katie Porter's a nightmare. Have you seen her?
Yeah, she's scary.
She was the one who was screaming bloody murder at her assistant for walking through the background of a set.
Yep, on a Zoom call. Yeah,
like way back there too. I think she wasn't, a deranged lady. And then Eric Swalwell, 13%. Eric Swalwell. Tom Steyer at 10. And it's like the thing is like two Republicans on top and then just a sea of blue all the way down. 17, 16, 13, 13, 10, 10, 5, 4, But they have what they call a jungle primary in California. So the top two people go forward no matter what party they're in. And as of right now, the two top people, interactive polls, 2022 at, X, Steve Hilton and Chad Bianco are the two guys that are going to be running for governor of California. It'll be one of these two. Now, this guy, just recently, Bianco, seized 650,000 ballots from last November's election as a part of an investigation into potential discrepancies in the county's vote count. What they're going to do is go through them and count them all by hand. They're going to have a team and another team, and they're going to count them once, count them twice, count them 3 times, and make sure it all tallies up. If it doesn't, count them again until it all tallies up, and then boom, you've got an accurate representation of what happened. The numbers and the results were potentially inflated by about 45,000 votes in the last election, and they just want to know what's going on. I salute this. If we can go back and do hand count audits of these votes afterwards, I salute it. These voting machines are trusted by no one, and let's go. Let's see what happens. Now, Doc, do you think, what are the odds that, they're going to find that, no, it wasn't 45,000, it was 250,000 votes or some stupid number. Like, you got to be kidding me. This is just all fraud.
I would put the probability in the high 60s, maybe 65, 70% a chance that they're going to find more than they're looking for. I'm certain of it.
Yeah, that they're going to find, in other words, tangible evidence that shenanigans are going on with the voting machines. Right?
Yeah.
We shove all these votes in the voting machines, they kick out these numbers, and guess what? We just did the hand count to verify the voting machines, and it doesn't add up. It's not there.
We know from a couple precincts that they had over 120% of their registered voter count, and nobody ever audited any of those regions. Like, there is so much. There was just a court case here in Oregon. It was a local election, but it's the same thing. They didn't want to have a recount, and the guy sued, and now it's going to the state court. So yeah, I'm all for it. Let's go. Let's make sure that our election system is actually clean. I don't care what it takes. Let's clean it up.
And if this guy can demonstrate that in the next couple months, and he's running for office, and that, like, they say, oh, well, you're just running for office, right? Like, that's all you're doing this for. No. He's doing this to demonstrate that he has a reason to be in office.
Yep.
That he can go out and root this kind of stuff out and air it publicly. The dirty laundry, hang it out there. Yep. And actually be somebody who can maybe run the country, the state. But I don't know, man.
Well, I think you're right, though. I think this is this is the kind of thing. One of the top 5 things was accountability in the electorate. When they polled the top 5 things that the electorate wants out of a candidate, number 4 was accountability. And this is accountability. People want this. People want to know that the no matter who's in charge, that they got there because that's who the people voted for, not because of some special interest or some cheating scheme. They want to know that their elections actually mean something.
Yep. And they're fighting the SAVE Act like crazy. What's it going to require? Voter ID, right? In Connecticut, from Fox News reports, right? Quote, Connecticut Dems demand IDs to recycle cans, but reject GOP efforts to verify citizenship at polls. Recycle cans, right?
Absurd.
You have to have an ID. The Democrats are demanding you have an ID to recycle cans. Now, granted, it's 1,000 cans, so $100 worth of them. They want an ID. So, okay, fair enough, but you need an ID to vote. I'm sorry, to go to the bank, you need an ID to buy liquor, cigarettes, drive a car. You need ID to do anything. And yet you can't require that to vote. It's ridiculous. To recycle now, you need ID.
Yeah. I mean, you know why that is. There's only one reason you do something like that. There's only one reason you carve out voting. It's because you want to cheat. It's the only reason.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man. It makes you go crazy, doesn't it?
Well, it does. Yeah, it does. It does, but at least
they're so brazen, though.
Crazy enough, though, that putting people into action. That's a good thing.
Yeah, they're so brazen though that they would say, "Hey, man, we got a problem because again, Connecticut's this tiny little state surrounded by all these other states that may not have any recycling, on their cans." So it's like the old Seinfeld episode where they try to do the recycling scam where they drive to
Yep.
Michigan,
Yep.
collect all the bottles, take them to Michigan, and get the 10 cents. Well, it's Connecticut. It's just right up the road. You know what I mean? So if Michigan didn't work, Connecticut works all day. You can go to some bar in New York, just fill up like dumpster after dumpster with empties, take them to Connecticut and get 10 cents a bottle. That's $100 for every 1,000 bottles. I can show up there with 20,000 bottles tomorrow,
Right.
because I was outside an event with 1,000 people that all drank 10 beers each.
Now,
You know
what
what I mean?
happens when you import 100,000 illegals and give them a identification number that can be used to apply for benefits? Well, you can get them an
Yep.
ID, and then you can get them a voter form, and then you can get them on the rolls.
Well,
Same
and that's the
con-
thing. We
same
need to have
concept.
like a secondary ID for people who are here that aren't like citizens. I mean, it's gotten to the point where there are so many non-citizens here that we almost need like a secondary sort of an ID that, and I guess if you have the ID with like the black like heart on it or the black star on it, nowadays, that's sort of the equivalent of a.
Yeah. It's an easy thing to do. This is not a hard thing to fix. The only reason they make it seem hard is because they want to cheat. That's all there is to it.
Yeah. But anybody who gets into a car and goes anywhere has an ID, period. Like, period. It's that simple. If you don't, it's just a matter of like a short amount of time before you get pulled over and you're done.
Yep.
But
but yeah, no ID for voting there. But make sure you have it when you come with your recyclables.
yeah, fun stuff, huh? Isn't it? Okay, Supreme Court is set to decide fate of mail-in ballots, could end post-election counting nationwide. So as of Monday, the Supreme Court is starting to hear arguments about a quote-unquote blockbuster case that could fundamentally reshape how elections are conducted across the country. Watson v. RNC. It challenges Mississippi's law allowing absentee ballots to be received by up to 5 business days after Election Day, so long as they are postmarked on election, on or before Election Day, right? So that's what they're fighting against. And last week, it was either with Barry or with you, that I covered this new system that the postal system has put in place, the United States Postal Service, where if your processing center is more than 50 miles from the local post office, they're not going to pick it up at night anymore. So they're going to come in once in the morning, pick up from yesterday, and then drop off from today, and like not come back that night to pick up again. That will change the way that you're postmarked. So if I have a tax return and I live 100 miles from my local like processing center, and I go to my post office and drop it off in the box out front on Election Day at 3:00 in the afternoon, it's not going to get postmarked for another day or two later.
Yeah.
Right? If I live in a big city, it'll get postmarked that day because they'll have the ability to process it. But for rural customers, they can't. So put these two things together. Now, you need the 5 days plus. If they say this does pass, then half the country now, the MAGA part of the country, is not even going to count. If you drop in your ballot on Election Day, it won't count.
Right.
Because they won't postmark it for the next 2 days. So I don't know, man. Big Supreme Court case. Doc, where do you see this going?
I think it's actually a good thing, though. Hear me out, because there are places like Oregon and Washington State that have mail-in ballots that can be counted up to 30 days after they receive them. And so the reality is if they make that part of it, they get rid of that. It has to be counted on the day of the election. If it isn't received on that day, it's not a vote. That will at least get rid of those additional votes that come in at the 7th hour for Joe Biden. That big check mark he had. That will eliminate them being able to accept some of those ballots if they're audited, because they will be postmarked after the date. So that I think it actually will balance out and make the elections more secure.
Well, I think Election Day should end on Election Day.
Yes, 100%.
You know what I mean? At midnight that night, if you don't have the ballots, we're not going to wait around a month or 2 months or 6 years or whatever to figure out who won.
Exactly.
Right? It's got to end on election day. It is election day for a reason.
If Nepal
You
can
know,
replace their entire government by voting on Discord after they overthrow it, we can cut off the night of voting at midnight and have the election counted by 3 days. We can do it. It's possible.
Yeah. And yeah, 3 days. No, I mean, and again, you know, if your vote means something to you, don't put it in at like 5 o'clock on election day.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Exactly.
Right. If you care, you've had the thing sitting on your counter for what, a month at least.
Yeah, at least 2
You know
weeks.
what I mean?
Minimum 2 weeks.
Bare minimum. You know, if you really care about the election, you fill it out the day you get it and you drop it off, and off it goes, and you never have to look at it again. Now, in Colorado, I was actually shocked that it wasn't like posted paid.
Oh, that's
You know
wild.
what I mean?
Yeah, that is wild.
Yeah, like I went to go drop it off, and I realized I had to go buy a stamp, and I didn't have like my wallet on me. I just walked up to like drop it in the thing. I didn't grab my wallet because it's like a block and a half away. And they're like, "Oh, well, you can walk up to the courthouse and drop it off there." So that's what I did. But
I'm of the opinion we should probably make voting a little bit harder than we do. I think it should be the day of. I'm fine with making the day of a holiday, but I think we should absolutely make it a little bit harder to vote and a little more secure. And I think that would go a long way to giving people confidence that their vote actually matters and makes a difference.
Yeah. In person, I want to see the fingerprint, like, on each ballot. You put your fingerprint there. And you leave with a little ink mark that takes a day or two to go away.
There you go.
They do that all over the world. It's very, very, very common. And I have no problem doing that in America because we have messed up and abused our system. And now we need to go back to the basics like India does.
Exactly.
Right? If India can do it with 1.6 billion people, we can do it in America with a fraction of that. Am I wrong?
Not at all.
Thank you. Oh God, you want to go to? All right, in the last minute or so we have left, I'm going to cover this. Why not? In Gaza, there has been an uptick in child marriages. Hate to say it, it dropped down from a high of 25% in 2009 to 11% in 2022. Child marriages. Now it's back up. 71% of residents in Gaza reported increased pressure to marry girls under 18. In short monitoring period alone, more than 400 marriage licenses were issued for girls between 14 and 16 in emergency courts, but those figures are likely unreported. Wow. And I'm reading from what New York Times, I want to say. Or no, it's a UN report. UN report. So that's a UN report. Rates have fallen from 25% child marriage under 18 in 2009 to 11% in 2022. Now they're rising again. I'll leave it at that. I don't even have any commentary for that.
Such is the Islam, right? That's the way it is.
Well, gays for Palestine. This is, the mobs. The minor attracted people are all about this. But folks, we're kind of running out of time here. Let's end it on this minute mark. This is the Censorship Sucks Roundtable radio show. Thank you so much for listening, and we love each and every one of you, and just can't wait to see you again next week. Have a great night, and we'll see y'all on Wednesday.
All right, and we're going to get cut off any minute now. Because
all right.
we're at 59. I got appointments in the morning, so... all
right. Have a good one, guys.
All right.
Thanks for the production, Mike.
Later on.
Peace.
All right. Take care. And let me get this up and out like I normally do. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Uh-oh. David, I'm going to lose the room.
All right.
We're not going to do an after show tonight, but I'll catch up with you in a little bit. Okay? All right. That was the Censorship Sucks Roundtable radio show for tonight. And let me go and... here we go. I'm going to find someone to host out to real quick. And let's see who we got. Do, 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 do.